Friends, welcome to my hospital at Ranaghat, West Bengal, India. This is a mature white cataract with very hard nucleus. This is the main incision on the posterior aspect of the limbus with a 2.8 mm keratome. Now this is a paracentesis on the right side of the main incision. And now I am injecting an air bubble. Underneath this air bubble, trypan blue dye is injected to stain the anterior capsule of the cataract. And now the dye is washed out with BSS. And now 2% hydroxypropyl methyl cellulose is injected and the anterior chamber is filled up with this viscoelastic substance. One more paracentesis is made on the left side of the main incision. Now capsular access. The anticapsule is incised and I find that there is no leakage of any fluid, so the intralentricular pressure is not raised, and I can do an optimum sized rhexis at on go. Since this is a hard cataract, the rhexis is on the larger side, about 5.75 mm. That's it. Rhexis is done. Now hydrodissection, little bit. Small aliquots of fluid is injected at multiple points. There should not be any fluid build-up behind the nucleus, and the posterior capsule should not rupture by hydrodissection. And now is the time to introduce the tip of the phaco handpiece. Here it goes. Some superficial cortical matter is removed and we find that this is a brown nucleus. Nuclear sclerosis in this case will be about grade 4 plus or 5. And this is what I call submarine chop. The tip goes through the substance of the nucleus towards the opposite equator, and it is chopped like this. And now I rotate the nucleus 180 degree, hold one pace with high vacuum, and separate the nucleus into two heminuclei. Now each heminucleus is further divided into two pieces. But in this case, the two pieces are joined to each other at the apex. This is the other heminucleus. I could chop this into two free nuclear pieces. And now I tilt and hold at the apex of one nuclear fragment. This is phaco 2 mode. Power is about 85%. Flow rate is 45 ml per minute. Vacuum is 450 mm of mercury. The antechamber is very stable and one heminucleus is removed by this time. Now this is the other heminucleus. Gate at the apex, apply a little bit of energy and the two pieces get separated. And now ultrasonic energy is applied and the pieces are emulsified and removed. Yes, the nucleus is safely managed. Dear colleagues, we must very much control in our hand. We must look all around, particularly how the anterior chamber is behaving. What is the posterior capsule? All our intuition should be very much awake. 100% focus should be on surgery and nothing else. We don't know anything at this time. While we are managing a hard nucleus, must 100% concentration should be in the anterior chamber, how the anterior chamber is behaving, whether there is any surge or not. The anterior chamber and the hand both should be rock steady. By this time the cortical cleanup is done. The posterior capsule appears very much clean. And now viscoelastic substance is injected and a hydrophobic foldable intraocular lens is implanted in the capsular bag. Now the lens is dialed with a Sinskey hook. The haptics are placed at 90° away from the main incision, and now cortical cleanup is done thoroughly. First I use Simcoe cannula, then I use the irrigating probe of bimanual IA, and then irrigation aspiration together to remove the viscoelastic substance. We must be very thorough at this step. Otherwise, after a beautiful surgery, next day there will be steamy corneal edema because of raised intraocular pressure. And that is very disturbing for the patient and for the surgeon. Dear colleagues, we must raise our competence every day. Every mistake is a teacher. And while we should feel bad for any mistake, we must respect the mistake and not to do it again. We must swear, and the next patient should get the best care. This is irrigation and aspiration being used together for a removal of viscoelastic substance. And now we are towards the end of the surgery. This is a bit of moxifloxacin. Now the side ports are closed. How? Stroma on either side of the side ports are hydrated. And at this time, always hydrate. Inject BSS at the scleral side of the lips. This is the final lavage of the anterior chamber, and we are going to conclude the case after nicely forming the anterior chamber. Here it is. The anterior chamber is formed and the case is concluded. Thank you very much for watching. Hope this video will help you in developing your surgical skills. Be a great surgeon and serve the mankind with great skills.